All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. Yeah, I tried posting a video of the Olu massacre, the onslaught currently happening in Olu, and YouTube rejected it. That shows how bad it was. It was so painful that even the audio couldn't go through. Biafrans in also are going through a lot. And it is so painful. It is so painful because, innocent young children who do not know anything are being victim of this. Now, the biggest question is, what crime did they commit? Just because they were born Biafrans, just because we are Biafrans. That is the reason why we are going through all this kind of onslaught and ill treatment in Biafran land. The happenings in Øřśü is a very painful one, and I must confess, the Biafran Defense Forces at this point in time needs to do the needful, for the people of Øřśü. Now, my annoyance with the people of Øřśü is the fact that I could remember how they were deceived. The gullible ones were deceived, into believing that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and the Biafran Defense Forces are their major problem. But that was a sheer lie, from the pit of hell. That was just a way of making them lose focus from the real thing. And when they lost the focus, the enemy struck. And it has resulted in the buying of over 40 persons and still counting. Over 40 persons, both women, children. The painful part is, if you see the way these people are being slaughtered in a very horrific way, you will be scared. But what can we say? The only thing we can say at this point in time is that we have a government. In as much as the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is not around, the reality is that we have a government who is poised, in making sure they defend every Biafran. This is just what is happening, just a tip of what is happening in Øřśü currently. Nothing less than over 40 persons, 40 Biafrans, including children and women, has been massacred, currently in Øřśü. Now, it baffles me that the Nigerian media are not carrying this. And this actually, brings me to talk about something very important. I think, Biafrans, I think we are still part of our problem, because the Zoo media will never help you. The Zoo media will never speak in favor of Biafra. The Zoo media will never talk against the zoo. They will always want to conceal this kind of things. This is why we need to continue to raise our voice, and we need to continue to make this kind of things go viral. If not for Twitter and some of us who are into Biafran news, people might not necessarily be knowing what is happening in Biafran land. At the end of the day, they sweep these things under the carpet. Let Musa come out and talk. The same Musa that has been going all over, their media houses in the zoo, to talk about Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa did this. Simon Ekpa is responsible for the insecurity in the southeast. Simon Ekpa that. Simon Ekpa this. But this same Musa will not come out and talk about and explain to the same people that he has been lying to. Those terrorist army that has been buying innocent people in Øřśü. Øřśü is the least. We don't want to go into other places. At least this one that is happening, now. This one that is happening, as it hot for Øřśü. I thought they said Simon Ekpa is their problem. Thank God, at least Simon Ekpa is not available for now. And yet, these things are happening. I thought the so-called governors and the politicians, Simon Ekpa. Oh, it is Simon Ekpa. You cannot stay in Finland and start giving instructions on what is happening. But we are seeing broad daylight murder by these terrorists in army uniform. Broad daylight robbery and broad daylight massacre. And the world is watching. Oh. The world is watching. That is even my issue. The world is watching this kind of injustice being meted upon Biafrans. The world is watching this kind of wickedness. Simon Ekpa is their problem. But the reality is that Simon Ekpa is the only person that can prevent this kind of things from happening. It is because of the fact that Simon Ekpa is not around. That is why this kind of things are happening. In fact, I want you to listen to this young man. This young man has been talking seriously, and he has actually been giving me, a lot of confidence when it comes to the media outlets, because I love men who are outspoken. He has made another critical observation again. Concerning the major problems that we are seeing and the causes of these things.
To all of you, depending your time and when you are hearing and watching me from, and may God bless you as you listen and pay attentive to what I am about to share with us, because a lot is really going on in the Southeast. Now, since the beginning of this year, many of you would agree with me that the Southeast has been under siege since the beginning of this year, since January 1st, and more videos are still coming in. Up to today that I'm speaking. Yesterday I made a video and so many people were talking trash, rubbish. Anyways, it doesn't concern me, but what concerns me is that the East must have their peace. I will keep exposing these people. Now, most of the problem that the Nigerian people are having, the citizens, most of them, they are very intelligent ones, then they are very smart ones among them, but majority of them are just insensitive to what is happening, and they need to keep listening to me, and I'll keep bringing them the best update I have. Number one, the problem of Nigeria today as we speak is the media. Yes, part of the problem we are facing in Nigeria is the media. The media carries a lot of propaganda. Now that the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is been invited and being investigated by the Finnish authority, how come are you people quiet? How come no media in Nigeria is talking again? Asking General Christopher Musa of the onslaughts going on in the Southeast. How come Channels Television is no longer talking? Ruben Abati, how come none of you is asking Musa that since this man, Ekpa, is being invited by the Finnish authority, what is still happening in the Southeast? Who are the perpetrators buying people in the Southeast? For those of you who was asking me what is the meaning of byness, I cannot use the word of K here. Byness means unalive. Please, in our language, so that why we are using that word is to sugarcoat it. We are sugarcoating it so that the platform will not bring our videos down. So, anytime you hear by, it means unalive. Yes, thank you so much. So, for the people that ask, it's not everybody that understands Nigerian slangs. So, now, how come the media are not asking this General Christopher Musa? How come they are not asking him questions on critical issues happening in the Southeast. Are Southeasterners not human beings? Are they not part of Nigeria? I thought you people said that the Southeast is part of Nigeria, and then your militaries are on the road in our checkpoints so that they will curb this insecurity. How come this your military are not able to protect the Southeasterners? Which means they have completely failed. Reuben Abati, you people are not asking questions, and we're calling on you to start asking General Christopher Musa questions. Now, Brekete family, you know the last time you people were shouting, Simon Ekpa, call Finland. I command you to call Finland. Call Finland. Now, why are you people not calling that same Finland to tell the same Finland that even with Simon Ekpa being investigated and removed totally from the social media, the onslaught is still happening in the Southeast. So, apparently, everybody is quiet. The media has contributed to a number of losts in the Southeast and presently in Nigeria. The media is one of the worst things that is happening in our country today because most of these medias have been owned by the politicians. Arise quickly carried Simon Ekpa's news. Oh, that the chief of army staff has submitted some documents and is hopeful that Simon Ekpa will be brought to Nigeria to face which crime? Who are the people buying people? Who are the people causing chaos in the Southeast today? Shabi people were shouting on Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa now he's been investigated. Who are the people? Why are you people not asking General Christopher Musa a question? General Christopher Musa was in Al Jazeera some weeks ago. And this man kept asking, why are your soldiers buying people in Nigeria? That Amnesty International, if they call you for investigation, are you able to defend yourself? Now we want that same Amnesty International to call this animal called Nigerian government to question. They are the problem of the insecurity in the Southeast. They are the problem of Nigeria. Now, for those of you who was asking as at yesterday that where is Mazi Simon Ekpa? Now, I'm going to read out, or rather, let me tell you what happened. Nigerian government accused Mazi Simon Ekpa of causing insecurity in the Southeast. And Mazi Simon Ekpa, most of you know he was invited by the Finnish authority and was restricted to come to social media and all of that. Now, what they did, what Nigerian government is doing now, that same vacuum, because of that vacuum, the terrorist armies, the terrorist, what is it called now? Bandits are now using that opportunity to infiltrate our land. The Fulani earth killers are now infiltrating our land. Now, what they did was to tell the Finnish authority that Mazi Simon Ekpa was a terrorist. So when he was invited, he was being investigated, and they said, okay, bring evidences about whatever that you have accused this man of. And when they find out that they don't have any evidence to provide, they now said, oh, that is not that is not a terrorist attacks, that it is cyber incitement. And they now said, okay, Nigerian government, since you said it's cyber incitement, that we have to, because there were so many weighty allegations on the Prime Minister, and it has to be investigated, my brother. It has to be investigated. Investigation in the Western world does not last for 2 days. It doesn't last for 2 weeks. Investigation can last for years, months, days. So they are in compliance with the system, rules and regulations and laws. They can't break the law because you are Nigeria. So what they did was to invite him. And then the Nigerian terrorist state now said, oh, that they do not have the evidence at hand, that they will provide it within the space of 5 months. And you don't expect them to say, okay, since the evidence is not there, Simon Ekpa go. No, you don't expect them to do that. They have to investigate. Because the other day, the family was saying, hey, Simon Ekpa is causing, he's destroying the Southeast. The Finland is using Finland as his cover. Finland is giving him coverage. Finland is guiding him. And why he's in Finland, he's destroying the Southeast. These were the same stories that the Finnish authority is investigating up to today. And none of these animals could come out today to say, oh, we were wrong, because they are trying to save their face. These are the people destroying the Southeast. And I want to put the word on notice that as we speak, the Southeast, the Biafran land, is under siege. Heavy siege. The Fulani bandits, terrorist army, aided by General Christopher Musa, are destroying the Southeast as we speak by buying people left and right, making life miserable for the Southeasterners, and the government are not doing anything. This is where we needed Chukwuma Soludo. Now, place that 10 million bounty on the people buying our people in the Southeast, on unaliving our people in the Southeast. Place that 10 million bounty. You are the worst governor I've ever seen in the history of the Southeast, in the history of the Southeast. Hope Uzodimma, this one is, he's a Supreme Court governor. The Supreme Court gave him power to come and start unaliving his people, and is carrying that act of action and the scripts that the Fulanis wrote for this Hope Uzodimma is carrying that attacks on his citizen. And if you ask me, I'm still going to be using Ťêâřs' case as a case study. Now, if it was not for the CCTV of Ikenga Imo Ťêâřs, Stevie that caught the security outfit of Hope Uzodimma, people going to unalive Ikenga Ťêâřs and burnt down his house, they would have labeled it on IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's boys, Simon Ekpa's boys. These are the governors destroying their people. Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, he said that he has got evidence against Mazi Simon Ekpa, and up to today, that evidence has not been provided. And I want to use this opportunity to tell the people of Anambra State, Imo State, Enugu State, and the rest of Southeasterners citizens, disregard whatever these people are saying. Now, the people that are buying up and down, you can see they can't come out to speak against what the Hausas are doing, what the government of Nigeria is doing, what Musa is doing in our land. They can't come and speak about it because their election is coming very fast. They need to be re-elected into the office. So they can't come out and speak about it. So we that we are talking about it, they come here, they are looking for you to arrest. And it is only in Nigeria, when people speak their mind, the government will put bounty on their head. It is only in Nigeria that people does not have freedom of speech. The other day, I saw the Inspector General of Police come out to say that anybody who insults the government of the day will be arrested. Look at a man who is completely. Anyways, it's only in Nigeria this kind of things happens. It's only in Nigeria that the voice of people can be suppressed. There is no freedom of speech, no freedom of movement in Nigeria as we speak. Tinubu's administration is destroying the Southeast, and I want the world to know this. Tinubu's administration is destroying the whole of the Southeast. We are living like a stranger. We are living like animals in Nigeria as we speak today. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has not been fixed. Upon all court pronouncement to free this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the government of Nigeria decided not to, because they have agenda of Islamizing the Southeast and the whole Nigeria. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw this thing, he started speaking out. Buhari rushed to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, brought him back to Nigeria, and up to today, that man is suffering in DSS custody, in DSS dungeon, and they are calling on Mazi Simon Ekpa destroying the Southeast. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa is no more in the picture. Who is now destroying the Southeast? This is a question that General Christopher Musa must come to answer. And when we say that it is the media that is supporting and aiding these crimes. You people think we are joking. Why are the media not asking Musa the right question? Why is the media quiet? Because is it because it's the Easterners now? It's the Igbos. Do you know what they are doing in the East now? They are destroying, killing, and beheading, burning people alive there. That is what is happening. I don't like to say it this way because of my account. I don't sugarcoat what is happening in the Southeast because these are people's lives. Going every single day. When we talk, they say, go and bring him, let us arrest him. This is what they do in Nigeria. Nigeria, I don't know what Nigeria has become in these few months. In these few years of Tinubu becoming the president of Nigeria. I don't know. Since on the 1st, today now is 10th of January 2025. Musa has not granted interview anywhere for people to ask him what is now happening in the Southeast. Since Simon Ekpa is no more in the picture now. What is going on in the Southeast? Nobody is asking questions. Why? Because it is Musa. Why? Because they are from the north. Why? Because they are the government. So because they are government, they have rights to buy anybody, to destroy life and property that they're supposed to be protecting, and you want us to keep quiet. No, it can't happen. And let me tell the world this. If these people are not being checked, another government will come and carry out the same attack. This was what happened to Tinubu, Buhari's regime. Buhari's regime, they tied a lot of Igbos, did a lot of evil to the extent that they went to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house and gunned down 29 people or 28 people in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, including his parents. Today, nobody's asking questions. Nobody arrested them. And that is why Tinubu can come out and continue from when Buhari stopped. Buying people anyhow, they don't care. Criminal activities everywhere in the Southeast. Because this was what the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile was actually preventing. Yesterday, I talked about a small girl that was unalived. This girl was selling, I didn't finish the news yesterday. This girl was selling with the mother, struggling with the mother to go back to school. This gunman came and opened fire on her, regardless of who she is. This is how wicked they are. And when we speak, they will say, why is he talking? He said, come back to Nigeria to do what? Let your government come to Finland. For those of you who is saying, come and say it in Biafran land, I know they are actually not Igbos. They are not, because no reasonable thinking Igbo person will tell me to leave this thing that I'm doing to come to the Southeast. To do what? Where people cannot live freely. Where people cannot do anything legal. Where criminality is the order of the day. If you want to see me, come to Finland. You have a case in ICC. Come to Finland. Stop telling me to come home. Come home, there is no security, there is no safety. Tinubu, the thief, the criminal, the kleptomaniac of Nigeria, the drug lord of Nigerian president today, is ranked to be one of the most corrupt individuals in the world. Go and check it. Global Index of Terrorism said that Nigeria is the number 3 in Global Index terrorism, this thing that just came out 2025. I think it came out on the 4th of January. Go and check it. Go and check it. These are people ruling, controlling your resources. This video is going to be a little bit long because I need to fish out some certain things. The terrorist army are everywhere in the Southeast. Everywhere. And we have asked Musa to remove. He respects sovereignty. When Ekpa was attacking them, stopping them, going after these criminal bandits in our forest, Musa was shouting, he's destroying the sovereignty. Nigeria is a sovereignty. Nigeria respects sovereignty. Now, Musa, we are asking you to respect that sovereignty in Biafran land. Don't you know that Biafra was declared or is being declared? You cannot come and start causing chaos in the Southeast. And the media is not reporting it because these people know that the government of the day are the ones that are responsible for these attacks. That's why they are not reporting it. They know. What they are doing in the southeast is ethnic cleansing. They are not looking for any criminals. And when Finland said they were going to speed up Mazi Simon Ekpa's case because they just want to use this to buy time so that they will infiltrate our land, they came out and told you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is being held in one of the most secured prisons in Finland. And we are asking them, where is the prison? Very shameful people. The arrest, or they claim that they arrested Mazi Simon Ekpa, but they've not been able to show us how he was arrested, where he was arrested, where he was being kept, and all of that. And once illiterate-minded person will come here to tell me, you are sitting in comfortable, come home and come. If you want to challenge the government, come home. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, has he gotten justice in Nigeria? You're asking me to come home. You think we are mad? You think we are dumb in the head? This is what they do to our people. This is how they eliminate every of our people. When you speak up, they will tag you a terrorist. This is how they have been tagging the Biafrans terrorists. This is what they have been doing. When you speak up against them, the evil that they are doing, they tag you a terrorist. If not for Mazi Simon Ekpa, we were saying it that time, before he was kidnapped. If not for Mazi Simon Ekpa, nobody would be living in the whole of the southeast. This has actually been their plan, so that we will scatter all over and start developing their land. After we use our money to develop their land, they start chasing us away. One happened yesterday or some days ago in Śțṛiķèś. A man that built a church over 17 million or 70 million, I can't remember, and I think he said about over 70 million. And these people just woke up one morning and went to destroy the church, giving him 500,000 naira. This is a government that call themselves the government. This is people that call them animals. You know, when I said the other time, when Mazi Kanu called Nigeria a zoological republic of animal kingdom, he was being lenient. He was being kind with his word. Nigeria is an evil forest. Nigeria, evil forest, because animals, in fact, that zoological republic of animal kingdom is actually, you know, I think it's an insult to the animal kingdom, because you can see reptiles in one place, lions in one place, monkeys in one place. They have their area of jurisdiction. Nigeria doesn't know their area of jurisdiction. Nigeria can do anything, frustrate your life. I want to use this opportunity to tell you people that Nigeria destroyed my property in Agor as we speak. So this is they took my land. I paid over 18 million naira to acquire that land. This was in 2016. I paid 18 million naira to acquire that land. And today, with the C of O and everything, they went, destroyed my property, and they said, the Yoruba that they spoke to me when I was talking to them on phone, Tobamo Bengo Bie Dakuma Bonli. Tobamo Bengo Bi what die, what to cockini, Tobamo Bengo Bie Dama Bonli. Shibia Wala Waluri. Do you know what that means? It means that if they born you well, come to Nigeria. We are the one in power now. If they born you well, come home and come and tell us that this is your land with the C of O. We do whole documentation. You can be in Nigeria. Igbos are tired of being in Nigeria, and I want the world to hear this. Tinubu is a cocaine dealer. He forfeited $450,000 as restitution in the United States of America. They can go and verify these things. He's a certificate forger, a kleptomaniac, a thief, a rogue. And you think we are going to be scared of Tinubu? You think I'm scared of Tinubu? This is a man who bought his way into the office of presidency, stole Peter Obi's mandate. And I want to also advise my brother, our brother, Peter Obi, you are a very wonderful man. But use this your platform. You have the followers. Use your platform to tell the world what the Nigerian government are doing in the southeast. Because we have submitted. Our chief of staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, has submitted every necessary document that will be submitted to the appropriate authority. So we know that sanctions must come to Nigeria very soon. Sanctions must come because they can't just come and keep unaliving our people and expect us to be quiet and expect us to go and sleep. We can't. Nigeria is an evil entity. Nigeria is an evil entity. For those of you that are attacking me on my social media platform, continue. You are just wasting your time because very soon, like I said, it doesn't happen in one day. Simon Ekpa cannot be they can't just say, oh, they drop all the charges. Nigeria is a big country. The allegations that they brought against Simon Ekpa is a weighty one. So it's a weighty allegation. So you have to give him that time to finish the question. Every other person that was, invited by the Finnish authority with scheme has been released. So his own is crucial. Why his own is crucial is because he is the head of operation. He is the prime minister of the Biafran government in exile. So they had to take time. Nigerian government had to take this time to provide every evidence that they need, that they have, to the Finnish authority, so that the Finnish authority would decide on what to do with Nigeria. Because it won't end after, they can't just drop their charges like that. Nigeria is just trying to save their face. So we know that very soon, very, very soon, we don't know how soon it is, but we know that it will not be more than this month and next month. In between this month and next month. So whatever we are going through now, we have to bear it and defend ourselves, because self-determination is not a crime. And self-defense anywhere in the world is not a crime. So we need to defend ourselves first by every means necessary. By every means necessary in the Southeast, because they are all unaliving every one of us. We need to. And why I said I'm going to make this video long, if you don't have data, please don't bother to watch, is because I need to point out critical evidences on what is going on in the Southeast. Yesterday, 18 people was unalive in Amokpara in Anambra State. Amokpara, they just came and opened fire on them. This was never happening when Simon Ekpa was in control of the whole Southeast. It wasn't happening. So they know what they were waiting for. They know why they dragged them out, so that they can be able to penetrate. And Musa now is quiet. Why are you now shouting now? The government is the one responsible for the bias in the Southeast. Is it now the what is he called, the prime minister that is being taken down, that is now giving order again to buy his own people? That is why I tell you the biggest problem of Nigeria, that is number one, is the media. And that is why Donald Trump said they carry more fake news than any other people. When you listen to them, you make mistakes. So they submitted a document, false document. And up to today, that man that they accuse of terrorism has not been found guilty of one crime, just one. No. And I have to ask and beg our COS to do more. To do more, because I know she's a woman and her actions are not speaking out. She has to do more. The government of Nigeria are animals. Tinubu, look at Tinubu. Nigerians are here. Oh, hey, why are you talking? Tinubu, after this his house boy, Sanwo-Olu, is it Sanwo-Olu? Yeah, the governor of the idiot that calls himself the governor of Lagos State. After him, he wants to bring his son, and all of you are here. He's the president. Which president? That's somebody that is fighting for his pocket. And I don't understand. This Nigeria that you people want to be part of, what have Nigerians done for you as a citizen of Nigeria? The other day I was on my live streaming and somebody said, Nigeria has done something for me. And I said, what is the thing? Because what is the thing? I lived in Nigeria for over 29 years. Let's just say 30 years. What did he say? Oh, the only thing that Nigeria did that we are proud of is that we have the international passport of Nigeria. And I said, really? Really? These people are animals. I'm telling you what, you don't know. You don't know what we know. Nnamdi Kanu was shouting this thing. Oh, kidnap him. Hey, they placed bounty on him. How come they are not placing bounty now on all these people terrorizing the Southeast? How come? The other day, I don't know if I can even put that video up here. I'm going to check if there's any part of that. You will hear when the Nigerian government are giving amnesty to terrorists. People that have made life miserable for the northerners. Where they were giving them amnesty and they said, oh, they have repented and they are now going to reintegrate them into the society. They are normal human beings like us. They are normal, they need to be treated